All right, y'all. So I remember growing up and watching women go through so much with men. And I feel like I used to hear all the time, and probably to this day, women still use this. It's okay because he can't keep doing all these good women wrong. He's going to end up old and alone. No, he's not. That man ain't going to be alone. All the men that I know that are horrible or do women wrong or serial cheaters, abusive physically, mentally, they always have a woman. They always have a woman. These men do not end up old and alone like y'all try to convince yourself to help cope with, him not doing you right. These men always find someone. They always have someone. If anything, the women who has boundaries and standards, we might end up alone, but it's okay. But the men will always find someone. They ain't gonna be alone. It is what it is. It's always a woman out here willing to deal with their BS.
Do you ever think about slowing down, just enjoying this?
Yeah, but who can afford to do that? Who can afford to start? If you don't marry well, you got to keep working.
I feel like you might be one of the people that could afford it by now.
No, not by now.
Because see, Whoopi Goldberg told me the salary she makes from The View, and that hurt my feelings, that you've been there for 10 years and you accept them paying you that, and you telling me, don't worry about the little one coming up. God damn if I ain't got to be worried about you too. Because you accept that salary, it makes it hard.
Now, I know you guys are probably like, well, how does this correlate one with the other? And this is something that I want to address to you guys. This may end up being kind of lengthy, because I do feel that it is very important in light of the umbrella of topics, or under the umbrella of topics that I talk about, is the concept of that Kevin coined famously of dying alone, right? And as the first young lady said, that women will say that to men, you're just going to end up old and alone, such and such, like Mr. in Color Purple and whatnot. And the fact of the matter is that women don't understand is that men are already alone. I already had this conversation. Part of being a man is being alone, accomplishing goals. So fellas, don't ever let a woman make you feel that way. We're seeing so many of these women now struggling, so many women homeless, so many women needing their sons and daughters to take care of them, and they're nowhere around. They have no man, no husband, no nothing. Some of them are living or couch surfing. It's crazy at this point. And the thing is, when we get into the conversation of women, you have so many choices now, the way this world is now, because before, women, you had to marry or settle, for lack of a better term, for your own survival. Just like if things ever go to this apocalyptic situation where, like you see on so many of these shows, where something nuclear goes off or there's a famine, you'll see women change and switch up quick. All these baddies that you see when people aren't focused on buns and whatnot, oh, that's going to switch up. You even see the studs going to switch back to being women when it comes to this. But I'm saying that to say, ladies, you have an abundance of options to deal with men. Now you could say, well, some are to get clapped or some are not to get clapped. You have some dudes that are really trying to be serious with you, and you just like, huh. And then before you know it, as she says, the first young lady, you're so picky to the point that you are going to end up alone, because you're going to think that women, one thing you got to know about women is that they're never satisfied. They'll make all these posts about what a man shouldn't be doing, what a real man, this, that, and the third, and they run off every man, and they'll deal with some dude that ain't going to help, and they going to end up giving their money. You see all these older women giving these younger men their money or trying to take care of a man, whatnot, just to keep a man around for conversation. These older women on social media, they're trying to talk to their daughters, gossip and whatnot. This is the nature of women. Women aren't really trying to show you that I think Corey Holcomb said that in a video. They aren't really trying to show you that they're a good woman or why you should choose them or why they would make a good fit. I've always said they feel like they can put more coins in the machine and just play multiple games. That's how women operate. And social media, the advent of social media, all this, these guys, is just making things worse. You have the opportunity to deal with multiple men, and you either don't choose, can't choose properly, or choose the wrong guy. It's insane. As opposed to somebody who doesn't really have many options, and they try to put their best foot forward and be a good woman or show that but a lot of these women are so reserved. Oh no, I would never do that. The character isn't there. So you see people like Whoopi Goldberg, which is a different level of things. But even at this age, and maybe she's got habits, at this age, there's no man in her life, because a lot of times she may think she's too good for a man, or maybe, as she said, once again, the standards are too high. The standards are too high at this age. What Whoopi is, mid 70s, I'm assuming, at this point, mid 70s, pushing 80, and she's too good for a man, and she still has to work this job just to make ends meet or pay her bills, and there's no man to help her out. But Whoopi's been like that for a while, and some women may be fine with being alone. But this video is about women talking about men being alone. Fellas, and I'm going to do a separate video on this because I want to touch on this topic. That's a part of being a man. Getting after it, accomplishing goals, being direct. And sometimes that takes, you'll interview a lot of these, or you'll watch these interviews of a lot of these millionaires or these high earners, these billionaires. And they'll tell you that there's a woman with, well, you need a woman. They don't need a woman. A woman can't do anything for these guys to really help other than help bust a nut. And I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm just saying that's just the fact of the matter. And once you realize that, you'll know that the woman is just a side dish, a dessert. That, everything else is just problems. She's not trying to help you solve any problems. You've already done that. Or you need a woman to cook. I don't need a woman to cook. I can hire a cook. I can go out and eat. Well, you need a woman to do this. You need a woman. They don't make them like they used to when it comes to women. Women are very vain. They're very about what you can do for them. Hands out, unless you qualified yourself as some sort of celebrity. And she's really not doing nothing other than wanting to get clapped up by you. That's it. She's really still not doing nothing for the celebrity. Maybe able to make some content with them or whatnot. But ladies, Kevin said this, 5 years ago? 4 or 5 years ago? I want to say 4, they say 4 years ago tops, right? Kevin's been going for 3 years now, I think. But something to think about. If you can't handle a man basically being in charge, or you can't choose a man that displays leadership qualities and is able to take care of a home, lead a family, financially stable, then that's on you. Because women seek feelings, and I understand that's how you're wired. But guys, let me know what you think. Comment below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Much blessings and abundance. Stick around for the next video. It's going to pop up on the screen below. That's where I'm going to see you guys at. It's your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. I'm the best. Let's run it up to 1 million. Quit playing with me. Peace.